Right, so on the first, so we've got some strong winds, which we didn't really have in the first two rounds. See how we go with this. So again, we're not going to make it in two. Just get it down there. It left us 80 yards, but that is a strong old wind, so crack it up to 90. I'll probably even add a touch onto that, to be honest. Let's see how that lands. Bit strong, but we've left fairly straightish one. Oh, not quite.
Close to the shell, see it first on.
So round three, as you can see there, 34 under. It's a big ass that. That's way out of my league, that one. You see Lee, he's had a cracking round there, 62, so he's 26 under, tied 11th. See where Wilson, there's Tim Wilson UK, he had a 67, so 22 under. So I'm going to need a good round here. I need to get another 10 shots on him. Now what's it, 71. Ah, okay. Big ask, but we'll give it a go. It's not going to be easy in this wind. Obviously it'll benefit some holes more than others. The par threes will probably end up being very tricky. We'll try and fade this round a little bit. So for 161, I'll take it down to 145. Very happy with that. Wow, that's terrible, that is. Terrible. Welcome to the stream. This is round 3 of 4 on True North Golf Society. Where Ethel wins Right, I'll say the wind is going to make these holes very difficult, these par 3s. So, it's probably playing 119, well, that wind's taking a lot, so I'm going to jack this up a bit. Move it over there. See what happens. Short. Got a fortuitous bounce. It's going to be a tricky putt, or maybe not. Let's not hit it. Well short. It's going to be tough trying to keep these in the fairway. It's fairly narrow. Happy with that. Right, so 29 is probably almost 10 off that, so 121. Strong old wind, so I'll stick with 132. It's going to move to the left as soon as I hit it, and the wind should bring it back a touch. You see there, just squirts way off to the left. The wind's brought it back, but it is a touch short again. Ooh, I could do it without stopping. So after a 34 footer, it looks fairly straight. Slight right to left at the end of it. So put it half a cup over because there's a bit of left to right at the front. And it's a foot up, so it's all about the pace here. It's probably not going to make it. Fairly short par 4, 364. Big old wind, so if I aim over that bench there, I reckon this should bring it back. Ooh, is it even going to make it over that bunker now? Bad misjudgment that. I'm going to club up 2. As you can see, as I'm clubbing up from the gap wedge, pitching wedge, 9 iron and the 8 iron, the lie where it says above there 76 to 96 isn't changing. So whichever one of them clubs I use, it's going to hit it the same. Once I go up to the 7 iron, I'm losing a percentage. So I'm going to hit the 7 iron. I'll just try and get it up there. Happy with that. Got a tough little chip. That should roll nicely towards the hole. Hopefully we can make a par here. So even though it was a short hole, it was tough. All down to being too greedy on the tee. Let's see from the scorecard. Level par through 5, not making any inroads at all. So I'll just use a wood, get it down here. So with the wind in that direction, it might hold it up. Just. Thought it was going to be too much, to be honest. So as you can see, we still can't make it into anyway, so doesn't matter. We'll use the wood. In fact, oh, I'm going to use a 4 iron. Oh well, I'll use a wood. Not a big fan of the lob wedge, but we'll persevere on this one just to take both of them bunkers out of play. So we're at 251, which has left us 54 yards with a quite severe crosswind. You see the wind not really affecting the lower clubs. Oh, we've just missed another one. I had this problem in the last round. I missed probably 4 putts very similar to that. So again, we'll settle for another par. Just seeing, I normally just play it to here. I think I'll probably do the same again. I'll pull it out here and let the wind bring it back. I'll play a wedge in. So again, 120. I'm going to play my gap wedge here. I'll play it 105. I'll take a bit of the loft off, pull it across for the lie. As you can see, it's just above my feet. It should hopefully just bounce once and stop dead. Almost. Run on a bit. Happy with that. Nope, I missed the putt again. It wasn't really showing a severe break there, or any break to be honest. Yet another par. So Tim has around probably over 300 members in his society. And I think probably around about 150 of them have played, are in the process of playing this tournament. Well, it went a bit further than I was expecting it. I thought that wind in my face coming across would have slowed it down a bit. It's just a tricky putt. More for pace, really. I'll take that. Wind doing its job there quite nicely. Put me slap bang in the middle with a 286 yard drive. Now this one is probably playing 172 crosswind. I'm going to take a touch off it just to allow for any roll, and I'm going to play it a fair bit outside. Let the wind bring it back. Well, some people do play a bit of fade or draw to counter the wind, but I prefer to work with Mother Nature, not against her sometimes. Very happy result, and we sink the putt. Finally we get a bit of gold on the scorecard. So 1 under through 9. It's not kind of the advances I was expecting, but it's not under par, so that, I mean, it's not over, sorry, so I can't be greedy. So again, this is going to be tough. On this occasion, I'm going to completely contradict what I said. I'm going to put a bit of draw on this. So I want the distance that I'll get with the driver, but ooh, I don't want to be in the rough or the bunker. I've done exactly that. Poor shot, poor shot. So again, ooh. Try and use a 7-iron out. Get a bit of distance back on the fairway if I can. I'll do, and if I can put this close, we've got a birdie chance. If not, we'll settle for a par. Happy with that. So that's a bird. So we're up down to 14 under. We're still in 45th place. Like I say, I'm not going to catch Lee. So my target is Wilson, but I need another 8 shots. Big ask. So we're playing 161, but that is a strong wind into face, especially when you've got steep face and a load of rough below it. But we'll play 170. I've added a touch more onto it. Try and get a few more extra yards. Let's see how that goes. Can't grumble. I thought I'd done too much to the left, to be honest, but it wasn't enough. Again, that's another bird. I think that's 4 in this round again. Work with the course on this one. Try and fade it round. Good distance in, and we've got a good, a nice big fair green to play with. It is all left to right, but not severely. So I'm gonna going to aim a bit outside to the left of it. I'm going to add a touch more onto this. Just looking at the stance there, it should be alright. So I'm going to try and land it a couple of feet to the left of it. Hopefully it'll just roll down if it's not too heavy. Ooh, if it's too heavy it's going to hit that bank at the back. It's a shame that, it looked quite good from where it pitched. Just didn't check up. So we're left with a chip. Oh, just missed out there. Welcome to the stream if you just tuned in. Just playing round 3 of 4 on True North Golf Society. Ethelwynd. 2 under at the moment. Should be a lot less than that. I've missed probably 4 very makeable birdies. But the wind is playing havoc. This one's probably playing 125. I'm going to use the 120 and the wind is just slightly favouring us to carry this a bit, so I'm not going to do anything else with the club. I'm just going to hit it. Hopefully the wind will do its thing. And that's just going to run off to leave us with a chip. Which I don't mind this sort of distance. Ooh. Set up another par. Haven't dropped any shots on this round yet. So we're just going to hit this straight down the middle. Probably going to be a 6 iron in, maybe a 7, in fact maybe an 8 actually with that wind. Yeah, I'll play an 8, I'll move it a few feet across. In fact I'm going to aim straight at the flag, because as soon as I hit this it's going to squirt to the left and then the wind will bring it back. Couple of bounces, no run, that'll do. So we've got a birdie chance. That just did not come in at all, that. I didn't hit that overly hard. Another wasted opportunity. So hole 15, it's a short par 4, 355 yards. So there's not really any need for heroics here on the tee. Let's pull it out wide, I'll just use a 4 iron. Hopefully I pulled it over enough so it avoids that bunker. We've cleared it, just, that'll do. That leaves us probably an 8 or a 6, 5 iron, 7. Yeah, 7 iron could work. Again, we'll pull it across and we'll just take a touch off it just to allow for any roll. In fact, I'm probably going to aim around that tree. There's a strong wind. Shouldn't really have took any off it. Yeah. Yeah, too soft. That was just poor judgment. I was rushing that one. Didn't actually see the first break on it. So we have finally dropped a shot on the 15th. So some of the guys that are up near the top of the leaderboard have done very well, getting some big scores with this wind. I'm not going to blame the wind, not entirely anyway. Oh, and that's another poor shot. It's just run out into the rough. I'm going to club up twice and we'll use a 170 here. So it squirted to the left because of the lie and the wind's brought it right back. It was a bit strong, but just wanted to make sure I got there really. So I'm going to take this down to the 12, de-loft it a bit. So you can get about 18, 19 yards with one of them. Let's just prove me right, wrong. And that's gone 27, 28, 29 yards straight off the green. That is ridiculous. This could be back-to-back bogeys. It's back to level par. It's all going wrong. Just feel I'm rushing most of my shots here. So again, 3-1-4. There's no need for any heroics. So we'll pull it out wide. Let the wind bring it back in. Leave ourselves hopefully maybe a gap wedge or sand wedge in. Probably a sand wedge, I would think. I'll take that little bounce back. Get in the hole, bugger. Pull this out right, out to the left, as long as I get it straight, should be okay. We'll drop this down to a 9 iron. A fairly good lie. Should be all over it. Oh, get in the hole! Nearly. That would have been a lovely eagle to finish. We'll take the part. Disappointed with that, to be honest. And the wind did make it tricky, but I had my chances. I had that almost eagle there on the last. Probably missed 4 or 5. Very makeable birdies. As you can see, I'm getting progressively worse. 64, 66, 70. So 13 under. Can't really grumble with that. So we'll crack on, we'll do round 4. See what the wind gives us. So we're down to like 7s and 8s now, so it was like it was in the first round, so hopefully we can pick up some good birdies here. Also, it's dependent on pin positions. I'm sure they will be different for every day. So again, we're not going to make the green. It's left us nice chippable distance. Just try and run it up there. I use a 20 because that's going to run out probably 10 yards anyway. It is a par 5, so it is birdieable. And that's what we start with. That'll do. Let's just check the leaderboard. So 45 under is the leader. Looks like a great round. Some big scores there. 56 there from Spoobongo. 56. Cracking round. I'm tied 47th. See, I'll just check for some of the boys that are on my friends list. He's generally, Tim Wilson UK is the target. 31 under. Not a hope in hell. I could go around twice, 2 more times and still not catch him. So well played, Mr. Wilson. Good score. I'll just try and find Lee, early 1981. He didn't progress as well on that round. He got 75. So it was a 4 over for him. So, sorry Lee, you are going to have a target on your back now. That's my aim. 22 under, so we need a good score. But we'll give it a go. Right, so I'll bring this down to 195. I'll put it out wide and I'll fade it in slightly. And I will also add a bit onto the loft. In fact, I won't add too much because you generally get quite a bit of roll over 4-iron. Just need a good bounce. Ooh, not quite, just needed a touch more just to get over that little ridge, but it's chippable. With a bit of luck it could... oh, almost. There are the differences between good rounds and great rounds, if some of them drop. So this is playing probably 111 with that wind, maybe back to 116 again, so I'm going to take a touch off the pitching wedge. Well, if it stops dead, it should be okay. I'm happy with that. do. Another bird. So we're on the right track. So 383. I'll just bring it down to a 3 wood. Let's say easily reachable in 2. Just give yourself the best chance. You want to leave it in the fairway. So drive, I might have just run out into the bunker there if it didn't hit a bank. So we're 31 feet down, so we're playing at 1 in 11. Well, that wind is probably adding another 10 yards, so it's probably playing probably 100 yards. We've got a good lie. Nice wind. This gap wedge will just bounce once and stop. Generally does. Got a touch of a roll on it, but in my favour that time. That'll do. So we're 16 under, so we're only 6 shots behind Lee now. We've plenty to play. So we're getting another short hole. Is it playing 355? So I'm quite happy to leave it around about 100, 110. So we only need to hit it 245 really. We hit 249, so happy with that. 114. Just going to take a bit off pitching wedge. Feel that might be a touch strong that, but no, it's absolutely bob on to be fair. What do I know? You sink the bird again. I bet you worried, Lee. I bet you worried. We're 4 under through 5. We'll keep this up. We'll be doing well. So this is a 530 yard. So I think this is possibly drivable. I'm sure it is. It's just a case of getting the right line to try and avoid all 3 of them bunkers and the rough. We want this to pull up, and it has done. So 304, we're on the fairway, and we can get to the green. So just need a good little bounce and run up that hill onto the green. We'll level with a pin. This is a par 5, so this is for eagle. Ooh, should have took a bit more time with that one. Just rushing. But I'm not going to turn my nose up at a birdie. So 5 under through 6. So the hole is to the left there, it's like a 90 degree, but we'll just use the wood, get it down there. Obviously wasn't expecting to flirt with the bunker that close, but there, so it should leave us a pitching wedge in. Saying that's playing 130. Well, that wins, so 132, yeah, 9 iron. It's probably the club. Might just be a little bit to the left, that. A little bit. Not going to complain. Oh, we just misjudged that one. So this is definitely makeable in one. Well, it's a par 3, sorry, so yeah, it should be makeable in one. It is a tough thing, but I do normally get around 236 with the hybrid. So that's the carry. So this is tracking all the way to the flag. Very happy with that. I was out a bit, out by 1 yard, 235. And we dropped the bird. It just shows you the value of knowing your distances with the clubs. It's worth taking a bit of time to actually go on the driving range and figure it out. If you're that competitive, which I definitely am. So we're left with 176, playing 177, bit of a crosswind. Perfectly flat lie underneath the feet. Flat green to work with. So I'll just hit this club. Too heavy. Let's just run out what we can chip it. Worst case, we should come off with 2 of a par here. Yeah. So we're through 9. No red on the card. 6 under. It's a great start. I'm happy with that. So I'm looking at the leaderboard. Obviously, if I'm realistic, probably going to be 25 under would be a reasonable target, which is around about 24th. But considering how many people play this, it's probably going to be close to 200 people. Top 50 is definitely a good place to be. So we're going to put a bit of draw on this. See if we can get it round the bend. We could still do with being on the fairway. And that is definitely not on the fairway. We've got a clear run at it. I do have a hybrid club, which is not the best in the world with that sort of lie. Sometimes you just got to take your medicine, get it back into play, and give yourself a chance getting on the green. So we're left 144. Add another 3 onto that, so 147. This is the club. If we can get it close, so it gives us a chance to get off this hole. There we go, stop. Without dropping any shots. After my poor tee shot. I'd be quite happy with that. So we do have an outside chance of a bird. Oh, we nearly get it, nearly get it. It's all about the pace, that one. Just did it a bit too hard. Alright, par 3, 11th. Strong wind. Is it strong enough to carry a 7-iron over? I'll put a bit on it, and I reckon it will. This might just run past the hole, this. Yeah, it did. But I'd rather be long than short on this one. You're in a whole world of shit if you're short. Again, happy to take a par here if we can. I'll take a bird. That'll do. I'll be honest with you, that was a complete fluke. I was only playing to get near the hole there. I'll take it. Went straight in the centre of the cup. Put a bit of fade on this in the same direction as the wind, just to get us around that corner. Should be around 295, 294, that'll do. So again, we're left with a nice 8-iron in. But I'll probably take a 9. Take a 9 and run it up. You won't get too much of a run with a 9-iron, but it was just perfect, that. I couldn't play that any better, I don't think. Just don't miss the putt. Comes out. Back on the birdie run. So we're 21 under. I said at the beginning of the video, Tim Wilson was definitely out of reach, but Lee, early 1981 was my target. I started this round 12 under, so I've done very well to get him there. With my sights on, 1 shot behind him. He's 6 to play. No drop shots as yet. I'm faced with another tough par 3. And that is a tough old green. So ideally I'd like to land it around here and feed into the hole. That's against the wind. So it's playing 135. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to aim just slightly right of the flag. If it's it straight, the wind will obviously take it to the left. Hopefully we get a good kick when it lands. Yeah, very happy with that. Oh, we sink a glorious putt as well. There's another bird, so we're level with Lee now. With 5 to play. If I can get to 25 under, I'll be made up. That should get me in the top 30. Welcome to the stream. If you've just joined. I'm having a very good round at the moment. Just levelled with Lee early 1981. I'm 9 under for this one, 22 under overall. So, a bit of a horrible lie under feet. I'm going to play this as a 182. I don't know what to do actually. Yeah, I could do landing it about here. I'm going to take a touch off actually. Birdies and bogeys, welcome. Just saw you live, catch you next time. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. So I'm happy with a 2-putt here. Oh, it just glitched as I pulled the club back there, so I've dropped a shot. So first bit of red on the scorecard, and Lee regains the lead. So 4 to play. So it's a short 346. So I'm happy to hit it realistically 246 to leave myself my gap wedge in. It's not always beneficial hitting your big dog as far as you can, not when you've got fairways like that. As long as I can hold the fairway, which I haven't. So what I'll do is I'll just club up to my pitching wedge. I've got a fairly good lie. Instead of being able to put it on the flag with my gap wedge, it's just going to be a bit of luck here. Yeah, I just couldn't stop that run off because it was in the rough, can't get backspin. So if I can get a bit of luck with a chip. Nope. Okay, we'll have to settle for a par. Oh, that squirmed a little bit to the left. Three to play. I need 2 shots. It's a 454. I think driver might be too much on that. So 3 wood is good. I probably could have made it with a driver to be fair, but I think that 3 wood 30 yards further than it should have done, so it might have been flirting with a rough there. Small landing area for a 4 iron. Or do I take a 5? I'll take a 5, add a bit on. I'll lay him straight to the flag because it's going to squirt to the right as soon as I hit it because of the light. And the wind will bring that back. And it didn't squirt at all, that, to the right. But wind's held it fair. Stop. Get in the hole. That'll do. So we're back to 22 under for the event. So we're now level with Lee. So again, very short. Yeah, I could smash it down there with a driver. Maybe get 280, 290, but is there a benefit? I don't feel so. So again, I do like to leave my gap wedge in. So again, I'm quite happy to hit this with a 5-iron. Leave myself about 100 yards. Obviously everyone will have their own unique way of playing holes like this. But for me, that's spot on really. I'll be proven right or wrong depending how this lands. I think I was right. So that's a bird, so that now puts us 23, one ahead of Lee. The 18th to go. The 18th is definitely birdieable. But it all depends on the drive. Hit it well, it's just squirting to the right a bit, it's not going to reach that bunker. So we're bang in the centre. Give ourselves probably a 7 in. Just add a touch onto this 7-iron. Let it run on a little bit. I've hit it fast, so that's going to slow it down a bit. There's a birdie chance. Get in there, that'll do. 24 under for the tournament. Extremely happy with that. We'll find around a 60. You know, you're up there with the likes of Grizzly, who scored a 60. Obviously, he's been more consistent over the 4 rounds. Let's look at some of the others. So again, 62 from Tim. Tied for 26th place. Very happy with that. Like I say, there will be around 200 people playing this, so top 50 is a great place to be. It just shows the difference there. There's a 15 shot swing between me and Lee in that last round. But it happens to all of us. I'm sure Lee will have no hard feelings about me beating him. He's done it enough to me many times before. So I will rate that. I don't know why I ask you to rate it every time you play it, but I'll do it anyway. As you can see, it is already favorited. So that was my best round there. So I've done a 64, 66, 70 and 60. The 70 round was strong winds, probably 15 to 18 miles an hour, so tricky. So I'll leave that stream there. Thank you for tuning in. I will be back on shortly. I'll probably do a separate round on something else shortly. Well, thanks for watching. If you do want to follow me on YouTube, it is Mally Manc, MALLYMANC. Please subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Thank you.